Hi Richard, we're back with a shiny new barrel that's ready to be installed, and I'm going to demonstrate as to how you actually install the barrel back into the CZ83. The very first thing you're going to notice is that the barrel has a little notch in it, which is meant for the extractor notch that's inside the frame bushing. Now you're probably wondering, how exactly do you align the barrel so that the two extractor notches actually match. This is actually fairly straightforward. Right now behind me there's a set of 3 lights. This is easier if you have only one light, but you're going to notice that there is a reflection, a perfect line going along the barrel that is caused by the lights. What you end up doing, and I'll try and demonstrate this the best I can, is you're going to notice that the shadow or the reflection can be aligned with the top edge of the notch on the barrel. You want to align this reflection right here with the top notch of the barrel and then the top notch of the frame bushing that you inserted into. So if we pretend that my hand is the bushing, and that, let's say that the tip of my nail is the extractor notch, you want to make sure that the tip of the extractor notch right here aligns with the tip of the extractor notch in the frame bushing. And then you just hand fit it, and after it's been hand fit and aligned, you have to use the barrel press. The way you go about doing that is using the press and the tube that comes with the press. You will take the press apart, because you're going to be using only one of the screws. As the barrel is mounted, partially mounted, hand fit inside the frame bushing like this, you're going to place the tube over the barrel that's been hand fit partially, and then you're going to insert very gently, you don't want to scratch anything, one of the bolts into the barrel, and you're going to align it with the barrel press block right here. So what's going to happen is this. Oops. You are going to continue screwing. You're going to continue screwing in the screw into the barrel block, and as the screw keeps going in, the block it's eventually going to engage the tube. You're going to keep on screwing it, and as the screw keeps tightening the block is going to push the barrel into the frame bushing until it's flush and all the way in. And so this is how you use the barrel press to install the barrel into the CZ83. So I'm going to take this screw out right here. Now, one thing you should notice is that there are no recesses on this barrel for the barrel pin. So if you notice on the old barrel, there's a little notch right here for the barrel pin, and there isn't one right here. This is actually totally normal, and the reason why, from what I understand, is because the location of the pin is slightly different on every single CZ83. And if we take the stock barrel, and this is a replacement barrel for a CZ83 that was manufactured by CZ, you're going to notice that it's also missing any kind of notches. So this is something that the gunsmith would have done when installing the barrel. It's actually pretty straightforward to do. After the barrel is in the frame bushing, you just take a small drill bit and you use your drill to drill out the excess metal of the stainless barrel inside the pin shaft, and then you just insert the pin back inside and you'll be just fine. And this is something that you don't need a drill press, although it helps, but you don't need a drill press or a milling machine to do. A regular hand drill, if you have a steady hand and a small drill bit, will be just fine to hog out enough metal that the pin can go back in. A few tips and tricks on using the barrel press. I recommend lubricating the bolt slightly before you're using it. One of the screws may end up binding a little, or in fact quite a bit as you're using it. That's perfectly fine. Just continue using your wrench and drive it back inside. When you're extracting the barrel out, keep an eye on the back of the block. Just make sure that you're driving the old barrel out through the hole. As you can see, the fit is very tight, so you have to make sure that the barrel press block is all the way down on the bushing, and as it starts coming out, you have some leeway space right here before it starts entering the very tight space. Just make sure that the barrel is going directly through the center and that it's not going to hit the bottom of the barrel block. And you're going to notice immediately. You're going to notice this immediately when you start tightening the screws. If the barrel is binding or hitting the block, then they're going to become very tight very quickly. And just back off and just realign the block on the bushing, push it down a bit, and then the barrel will come right out through the hole in the middle. So I've covered the barrel press, covered the notches inside the new barrel. I can probably talk about the firing pin retainers. These were laser cut from Delrin, and they are thicker than they should be, as you can probably see and you can check out. The reason why is because you have the choice of how you want it to fit. It can be a very tight fit, or the stock CZ fit on the firing retainers. No, the firing pin retainers is very loose. So if you simply take the file and give it a couple of passes, it should be able to fit as tightly or as loosely as it needs to. And this is entirely up to you. So because of that, I made the retainers a little thicker so they can be custom fit to the actual slide itself. But it's not a really big deal. When you've installed this, the threaded barrel, one thing you will want to do is actually polish the feed ramp. Not just the feed ramp of the barrel itself, but also the feed ramp and the frame bushing. And the reason why is the CZ82 and the CZ83 were not really designed to work well with hollow point ammunition. And even with Full Metal Jacket, I noticed that sometimes it fails to fire because of a jammed pistol cartridge. So I highly recommend, after installing a barrel, doing a polishing job on the feed ramp, and that should keep running things pretty smoothly. Other than that, I wish you success and hope you enjoy your new threaded barrels. And please let me know how you make out, and if you need any other extra help, I'll be there and available. Thank you very much.